Imagine running a marathon on a high wire for the rest of your life. That is what it is like to live with type 1 diabetes. It is a constant balancing act, hundreds of calculations and decisions made each day, often with life-threatening consequences. This is type 1. There are two main forms of diabetes: type 2, which occurs when the body cannot properly use insulin, and type 1, a chronic autoimmune condition, which occurs when the body's immune system attacks the cells in the pancreas that produce insulin. This leaves the pancreas with little or no ability to produce insulin, a hormone that regulates blood sugar. Without insulin, sugar stays in the blood and can cause serious damage to the body. People with type 1 diabetes must inject insulin into their bodies every day to regulate their blood sugar and stay alive. People with type 2 can often manage their diabetes through exercise, diet, and medication. People with type 1 diabetes are insulin dependent for life. We don't know exactly what causes type 1, but we know that genetics and environment each play a part. It isn't contagious, it isn't caused by eating sugar, and it isn't something you can outgrow. Both adults and children are diagnosed each year in almost equal numbers. Type 1 doesn't discriminate. We don't know yet how to cure type 1, but scientists, engineers, and physicians are approaching the problem in a variety of ways. People with type 1 can go anywhere, be anything, live beyond their diagnosis. It just takes planning and a bit of extra gear.
Hi, my name is Henry. I had diabetes since I was 2, and I'm 4 years old.
I'm 15 years old, and I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes 5 years ago.
I'm the first known member of the Washington Generals to play against the Harlem Globetrotters with type 1 diabetes. I went to France, I went to Afghanistan, I went to Turkey, I went to Djibouti, Africa, I went to United Arab Emirates, the UK, Canada, and then all over the US.
I learned that type 1 diabetes doesn't define me as sick or unable to do something. It's shown me that I am much stronger than I am, and I can do anything I put my mind to.
Whatever I've got to do, I'm going to handle it because I have these things that I want to do. I want to live my life in spite of everything I've got to deal with, and I'm not going to let it stop me.
I like to do softball the most. I play second, shortstop, and pitcher. Like if I wanted to do soccer, cheerleading, baseball, or softball, then it wouldn't really stop me. I want to be a veterinarian that helps animals if they're sick or if they have a hurt paw.
My dad, because of diabetes, lost his eyesight and only had a chance to see me in one of my 5 Super Bowls, my first one. Through the research that's being done through JDRF, my dad today may have been able to see all 5 of my Super Bowls. You know, I remember as a young child, my dad giving himself a shot in the thigh every morning, and thought right then, you know, how serious a disease this was, and at some point in my life I knew I wanted to try to find a cure for it.
Thank you for giving to help people like me.
Thank you for volunteering to help people like me.
Thank you for making a difference.
Thank you for helping us find a cure.